Dear students, I Dr. Pooja Sharma will discuss today some examples of trial balance. As we have already discussed the concept of trial balance in my last lecture, so you are well aware about the concept of trial balance. Now, trial balance is what? It is a statement which shows the debit balances and credit balances of all the accounts in the ledger. It is the third book of accounts. Since every debit should have a corresponding credit as per the rules of double entry system, so the total of debit balances and credit balances should be equal to each other. In case there is a difference, one has to check the correctness of the balance, and that can be checked by the trial balance. So trial balance is basically prepared by the accountant to check the arithmetical accuracy of record of transactions, of recording all the transactions so far. This is the format of trial balance. Trial balance of ABC Limited. I have just write the name of the company. You can write the name of the company which is given as on which date you are preparing. It can be prepared monthly, it can be prepared quarterly, it can be prepared half yearly, depends on the company. Policy, accounting policy, serial number, name of accounts, ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. At last we will add the debit side and the credit side after writing all the account balances. Point to be noted while preparing the trial balance: date on which trial balance is prepared should be mentioned at the top only. Name of the accounts column contains the list of all the ledger balances, account balances. Ledger folio of the respective accounts is entered in the next column. In the debit column, the debit balances of the respective account is entered. Credit balances of the respective account is returned in the creditor column. The last two columns are totaled at the end and it should be equal. If there is any difference between the debit side and the credit side, the error should be identified and rectified at this stage. Methods of preparing trial balance. There are the two methods of preparing trial balance. First is total method, second balance method. According to this method, the total amount of the debit side of the ledger account and the total amount of the credit side of the ledger account are recorded. But this method is used rarely. Balance method. In this method, only balances of an account, either debit or credit as the case may be, are recorded against their respective accounts. So the balance method is used by us to do the practicals. This is one of the practical example. The following balances were extracted from the ledger of Rahul on 31st March 2003. You are requested to prepare a trial balance as on that date in the proper form. Here you can just see the balances are given. These balances are transferred, are taken out from the ledger account. That was the second book of the account. Now you are entering or transferring these balances in the third book to check the mathematical accuracy or arithmetical accuracy of the transactions. Now you can just see this is the trial balance of, first you have just write the name of the company or the book of the owner. Here you are preparing the trial balance for Rahul as on which date you are preparing that. On 31st March 2003. So you have written 31st March 2003 there. Now I have just entered all the balances: salary, sales, plant, machinery, commission paid, stock. Every balances I have transferred, I have written here. You can just see salary, sales, all the balances you have to write here. Say salaries account 36,320. Salary is the that account comes in the nominal account. As per the double entry system, salary is an expense, it should be debited, so I have just written in debit side. It comes in the nominal account. I have just written here the name of the account, the name of the balance, also why it is debited and credited. So you can just see that also, you can refer this also. Sales, what goes out as sales means it is related with the goods. If it is related with the goods, it comes in the real account. Real account, as per the real account, what goes out, that should be credited. So I have just written in the credit side the amount of sales. Remember this thing, whenever you are preparing the trial balance, you should have a better understanding, you should have a better knowledge, good knowledge or sound knowledge about the types of account, about the rules of accounting, because on that basis only you can prepare it. Plant and machinery, it is an asset. Asset should be debited always. Real account, asset should be debited, so asset we have just written in debit side. Commission paid, it is an expense. Expense will come in nominal account, so as per nominal account it should be debited. All the expenses, all the losses are always debited. Stock on 1st April 2002, and we are preparing trial balance or as on 31st March 2003. So it is the, and the accounting period is of 12 months. So you need to remember, accounting period cannot be more than the 12 months. So this is the opening stock. This is opening stock on 1st April 2002, means the duration of the accounting is 1st April 2002 to 31st March 2003. So this is the opening stock, and stock comes in the category of the real account, it should be debited. Repairs comes in the category of nominal account, it should be debited as per the nominal accounting rule. As per the nominal account, all the expenses, all the losses are debited. Expenses, again sundry expenses should be debited, so I have just written in debit side. Returns inward means whatever the goods you have sold already, now the customer is returning to you, customer is giving back to you. So again the goods comes in the category of real account. As per the real account, whatever comes in the organization, that should be debited. If it is related with the goods, that should be debited. So returns inward is debited here as per the real account. Remember this thing, it happens, means many times students are getting confused with this returns inward and returns outward. So do it properly. Discount allowed, it comes in the category of nominal account. So whatever the expenses and losses are, all the expenses and losses are debited, so it should be debit. Purchases, rent and tax rates, expenses, again it should be debit. Purchases, goods comes in the organization as per the real account, it should be debited. Sundry debtors means comes in the category of personal account, means customer means receivers are debited and givers are credited, so it should be debited. Traveling expenses, again it is expenses and comes in nominal account, it should be debited. Carriage inward, Again expenses comes in nominal account. No, as per nominal account it should be debited. Expenses should be debited always. Creditors means liability of the organization or the suppliers, comes in the category of personal account. So you will just write it credit side. Creditors means giver or the supplier, so you'll write in giver should be credited always as per the personal account. Capital invested by the owner 1st April 2002, when the business is initiated. At that very moment, the capital means the investment or the money invested by the businessman or the owner, or the by the, here the owner is Rahul. So you will just, what is it? It is the liability for the company. So you'll write it in credit side. Drawings means whatever the amount or the goods or the assets taken out by the Rahul for the personal use, so that is the asset for the company. So it should be written in debit side. As you know, as per the business entity concept, the owner's entity and the business entity is both is separate. So remember this thing while passing the entries related with the capital and drawing. Cash at bank, it should be debited as it comes in the real account, and asset should be debited always. Returns outward means whenever the goods purchased by the company, now the company is giving back to the supplier, means whatever the goods goes out from the business, that should be credited. So here you have written this credit, here you have written in credit side. Investments means comes in the real account, that is the asset, it should be debited. At last you will just add all the debit side balances as well as the credit side balances, and the total of both the balances should be equal. So you can just see the balance is 2,50,660 rupees. In credit side also 2,50,660 rupees. Both the sides are equal. It means all the transactions till now, whatever the records are maintained or entries are passed, and like everything is correct, there is no mistake. So now these balances will transfer to the final accounts to know the profit and loss position of the company. So it helps in preparing these balances, basically helps in preparing final accounts. Now second example, from the following balances extracted from the books of a trader, prepare trial balance as on 31st March 2020. Cash in hand, cash at bank, bills receivable, bills payable, debtors, creditors, capital, drawings, sales, purchase, carriage inward, salaries, advertisement, insurance, furniture, stock, and office rent. Now you can just see the trial balance of Aman and Sons as on 31st March 2020. When you are preparing, you need to write the name of the company or name of the owner as well as the date on which you are preparing on the top of the trial balance. In particulars you will write, I have written all the balances as we have seen in previous example. Now cash in hand comes in the cash in hand, and cash at bank, both are assets, comes in the real account. As per the real account, all the assets are debited, so you will just write assets should be debited always, so you will write in the debit side. Bills receivable, again it is the asset of the organization, it should be debited. Bills payable, it is the liability of the organization, liabilities should be always credited. Debtors means asset of the organization, debited. Creditors liability of the organization, so it will be credited. Capital means amount invested by the owner for the business, in the business, so that is the liability for the company, so it will be written in the credit side. Drawings means amount taken by the owner for the personal use, so that is the asset of the company, it should be right in the debit side. Sales means it comes in the category of the real account. As per real account, whatever the goods goes out from the business, that should be credited, so you have just written in the credit side. Purchases means whatever the goods comes in the business, that should be as per the real account, that should be debited, so I've just written in the debit side. Purchases will be debited. Carriage inward expenses, all the expenses as per the nominal account, all the expenses and losses are debited, so carriage inward is an expense. Salaries, advertisement, insurance, these are some expenses, so we have written in the debit side. Furniture is asset of the organization, so it will be again debited. Stock is an asset, so it will be debited, comes in the category of the real account. Office rent is comes in the category of the nominal account, it should be as per the nominal accounting rules, all the expenses and all the losses are debited, so it will be written in debit side. Now you can just see the debit side and the credit side, both these side like the total of debit and credit side, credit balances are equal, so it is correct. Now you have just seen the trial balance. Whatever the most important thing with the trial balance, whenever you are preparing the trial balance, remember the accounting rules, three accounting rules: personal, real and nominal. On the basis of the personal, real and nominal accounting rules, you can just transfer the balances in debit side and the credit side, and at the end you can check the debit balances is equal to the credit balance or not. If there is any mistake or there is any error at this stage, we can identify and rectify that, and again prepare the trial balance, rectified trial balance, or on the basis of that we can prepare the final accounts also. Whenever the most important thing with the trial balance, whenever the trial balance is prepared by the accountant, closing stock is not written in this. Remember this, only the one balance which is not written, which is not written in the trial balance, that is closing stock. Thank you so much.